So, as you guys are aware, that the topic that I have for today is unlocking the power of technology-driven inclusion, and I think it's absolutely a right topic to discuss when the things have started opening up. There's a lot being spoken about the future of workplace and how the technology has a amazing role to play in the coming times. So the next great disruption is hybrid work. After being in pandemic for 2 years, where everybody was remote, we all were in person at work 2 years. Before 2 years, last 2 years, we've been remote. But now the great disruption at work is going to be hybrid work, where there's some people who are going to be in office, some people will be working from anywhere, anytime. And are we ready as organizations to really embrace this change? Microsoft has been doing a lot of learning at scale from around the world. We've been running surveys in 100 countries with Microsoft employees to learn, and the expectations people will have when things start opening up. And the key learning that Satya Nadella really shares with the world is that everything becomes more complex, not less complex in the hybrid world. The term that we use is the hybrid work paradox. What does this mean? It's hybrid work paradox in the context that, the 70% employees want human connections back, want to connect with the team, having worked in isolation for almost 2 years. But at the same time, the same 70% employees also want flexibility to work from anywhere, anytime. And here comes the paradox. So employees want the best of both the worlds. And another dimension of this paradox, from the survey that was running across 100 countries for Microsoft employees, is that the reasons to work from home, which is work-life balance, focused work, network connectivity, these are the same reasons which people are quoting for reason to work from home, and actually the same reasons to work in person as well. And that adds to the complexity of the hybrid work. So, pre-pandemic world, I think as an organization, all the goodness, all the efforts in an organization to make employees productive was, everybody being together. But these quadrants are expanding. There'll be people who will be remote, people who want to work synchronously, asynchronously, and any organization to be successful in the future have to bring goodness in all four quadrants. And the organizations which can achieve that is going to be successful in attract and retain talent. I think it's going to be key with the dimensions of work changing. Changing job is going to be super, super easy. So if the workplace enables me to work seamlessly and fulfill my needs, that's where people will stick to an organization. Great talent is going to help drive innovation and then help organization finally achieve the business success. What role does technology have to play in this complexity at workplace that we're going to encounter? Technology is going to be actually a mainstream and the prime driver to help organization navigate these complexities. It has to be now designed for people not in the room primarily. Like for now, all the tools in the workplace. But the first principle that at Microsoft we follow is that how do we enable people not in the room and give them an experience of being in the room? Microsoft Teams, our Office 365, Windows, every team within Microsoft is actually working to enable this. And I'm just going to play a video to kind of give you some examples on how intelligent cameras and some exclusive features can actually try and break this divide between a physical and a digital environment of working. Another thing to keep in mind is that there are multiple scenarios which can occur when employee is not in the room. An employee can have disable condition, can have temporary disability, can have situational disability, might be in a low light area, might be in a working from a very noisy area, could be in a commute while he's taking a meeting, could be feeling shy to speak, when there are 5 people in the room and, one person probably is sitting somewhere else. Could be distracted with situation or context at home or wherever he or she is working from. and could be working asynchronously. So scenarios are endless. This is just to invoke the thought that when we say employee not in the room, there could be just multiple scenarios there. And I'm going to play a video, some examples of how thinking about inclusivity and building those features can actually enable, this.
The shift to remote work changed how, when, and where we work. We envision a future that breaks free from the meeting grid and ensures all users have added choice and flexibility. Let's take a closer look at how Microsoft Teams and Office will help set the stage for hybrid work success. Microsoft is working with Jabra, Poly, Meet, and Yealink to deliver experiences using intelligent cameras designed to enhance the presence of people in a Teams room. With AI-powered active speaker tracking, in-room cameras detect who in the room is speaking, and with cameras capable of producing multiple video streams, they can have separate video feeds, and people recognition can add the profile information of enrolled users. To help individuals in meeting rooms contribute more dynamically, we're updating Companion Mode in mobile to give in-room attendees quick access to engagement features like chat, live reactions, and Microsoft Whiteboard. With redesigned working hours in Outlook, organizers can see when someone is working remotely or in the office, or if a meeting is outside their regular working hours. And with the new RSVP, people can share whether they will attend the meeting in person or online, allowing organizers to make better decisions. The new hot desking experience on Teams display allows employees to locate and reserve a flexible shared workspace for a couple of hours or for the day. With Cameo, a new PowerPoint experience that seamlessly integrates your team's camera feed into your presentation, you can customize how and where you want to appear on your slides and get layout recommendations from Designer in PowerPoint for maximum impact. When it's time to present, deliver your presentation using PowerPoint Live in Microsoft Teams. Bring your best self into every meeting with Speaker Coach, your own private, personalized meeting coach. Speaker Coach uses AI to provide you with guidance on your pace, notify you if you're interrupting someone, and remind you to check in with your audience. Our latest automatic lighting correction will help you show up well in video on meetings by making yourself visible even in low light environments. Take Teams on the road with Apple CarPlay, letting you join calls and meetings hands-free using Siri. With Viva Connections, you can stay engaged and informed directly from Teams. You can find personalized announcements and conversations, or see a dashboard for a list of actionable resources like taking a health check or submitting expense reports. Microsoft Teams, Office, and Viva are here to support a culture of hybrid work where flexibility leads the way, giving employees the power to work from anywhere, anytime.
So these were some examples, and the journey has just begun. I think there's a lot to learn. This learning had been from research so far, but I think when people get back to work, we will get to learn even more and keep bringing those learnings back to technology, which can get better and better to enable people at work. So only tools is not enough. I think in technology also have the, position to empower leaders and managers to lead the shift, because the whole flexibility is not going to get defined by itself. You need leaders, managers to empathize more. And this is new for everyone. So how can technology really help managers and leaders to understand, how people behavior in the new way of working, give them powerful insights which they can use to improve inclusion and well-being of their employees. So some other examples of how we at Microsoft are thinking about giving some organizational insights in Teams, which gives leader visibility how work is evolving and impacting the people who propel their business into future. So, a lot of interesting things there. If a manager is not spoken to a team member for long, that reminder is going to come there. Reminder to appreciate people more, because people are not in person anymore all the time, and the list goes on. Again, giving these insights are actionable insights, which also kind of give tools which managers can leverage based on the data that is presented to them. And the last thing, in interest of time, that I like to talk about is that, when, most of the people are going to use technology to collaborate and work, I think the technology as a medium and canvas to drive inclusive culture has to be considered. And if we don't really leverage that well, it's going to be a missed opportunity. I'm just giving an example on how, a complete inclusion culture of including LGBTQ communities. And Microsoft has been a big advocate for this community, people working in Microsoft as part of this community. And, this is started by employees, taken to technology, and then it is not only helping to drive inclusive culture within Microsoft, but actually across the globe. So this is just one example where, all Microsoft products in the Pride Month took the flags of LGBTQ communities, and they were distributed to the employees and the world as Teams backgrounds, Windows Start logo, to Xbox game themes, to your Office header theming and everything else. And once this platform is there, I think this canvas can be used to run campaigns, to promote inclusivity, to promote certain thoughts in people, start thinking about it, like cultural shifts, economic shifts, or even the political conditions in the world. So I think I would like to end saying that hybrid workplace looks complex, but if we as employees actually think of making a truly inclusive workplace, where the definition of inclusive is just increased from not only looking at abilities and disabilities, but also looking at people not in the room, I think there's a lot to achieve for all of us. And on that note, I'd like to thank everyone to be there listening to this, and wishing you all the best in this coming times. Thank you.